woke up hard, got massive wood. I'd push it down if I thought I could.
You're my dinner, baby, and my dessert. Gonna give it to you, baby, till it hurts, right? I mean, it's just,
He's so ridiculous.
I know.
Next song is My Kind of Girl. Sammy says the lyric, and this is the best. This is the best. You ready? I'm going to start with this. Here we go.
I think I know what you're going to quote. Go for it.
He takes the cake here. Works hard till 5:30. Once a week, she getting down and dirty. Then he goes, backstage without a pass. This one's for you is tattooed on her ass.
No. Isn't it this butt's for you is tattooed on her ass?
Oh, is it this butts for you? That's even worse.
Like, remember the old butt commercial was this butts for you?
Oh, this bud. You mean Bud?
No, but that was the beer commercial. This Bud's for you.
Oh, God.
And then Sam changed it. I could swear that's what he's saying is this But's for you.
Either
is
way,
tattooed
it's
on her
horrendous.
ass.
Either way, it's horrendous. Now this is
right. Yes.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing is this could be a very good commercial hit song though. This has potential to be a hit single. This got commerciality to it.
Works hard till 5:30, and once a week she getting down and dirty. Backstage without a pass. Woo! This much for you was tattooed on her ass, but she's nobody's fool. Yeah, she's broken down, broken hearts, broken rules. Out of touch in a modern world. Oh, but she's my kind of girl.
Michael sounds great with the background vocals here. Comes through strong. This is more of a well-rounded song. Satch comes flying in 3 minutes in. He's got this thunderous crunch, and the drums are so sharp. This could have been, I thought, a hit single for them. This was great live, too, and I don't know why that wasn't considered more of a single.
Yeah, you're right. It does have a nice commercial hook to it.
Yeah, it does. You can hear it on the radio. It's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Next one, this one I'm not a fan of. This is Sammy with his introspective ballad, Lost in the Sea of Memories, Fear to Fly Again. I mean, here we go. This is sort of a downer. This is the ballad, Learning to Fall.
Just when I fall, I fall in. When I crawl, I'll come running you, baby, running you, baby.
I like an all-rise album. Fuck the ballads, too touchy-feely. So, it sounds fine, and it's not a problem. It's just too soft, and I gotta be honest with you, it doesn't even sound like Chickenfoot. It sounds like a Sammy solo song, don't you think?
It sounds like a very typical power ballad.
Right.
But not...
Paint by numbers.
Yes, that's perfect description.
Right.
Not really memorable, just standard stuff. You're heading into filler territory now on the
definitely
album.
filler territory, without question. The next song I love, Turning Left. The band is ripping here. Solid album cut. Reminds me of AFU Naturally Wired from OU812. 2 minutes in, Satch is taken over. The band is throwing down hard. There's an urgency here to this track. It makes you feel like you're speeding down a highway. Satch is really sounds amazing. Sammy Hagar's vocals are matching Satch's guitar squeals at certain points, which I thought was really kind of fun and playful. I love this song.
Now you keep turning left, turning left. Turning left, turning left. You keep on turning left, turning left. Now you got me turning left, turning left.
Well, again, Joe saves the song at the end with his guitar solo.
Yeah.
And the whole going round in circles part. I sometimes wonder if I think the song is better than it is because it comes after the power ballad.
Right.
And I'm just glad they're kicking it into high gear again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a little better than average, but I don't think I like it as much as you do. It's not bad. It's good. It's solid.
Yeah.
And again, Joe saves it with the solo, but that's really all I think about it.
Sure. Now, this last song is the last song on the album, 11 songs, Future in the Past, okay? This is sort of an epic song. This could have been, I thought, a good title track if they were going to actually, name the album. The album's just called Chickenfoot, but I thought this would have made a good title. This is a huge statement. Hagar put a lot of elbow grease on this one. You could tell lyrically, and he really put his effort in on this. And about 1 minute and 15 seconds in, this song's kind of opens up the landscape a little bit. There's even some playing room in there, some really cool piano touches too. At 2 minutes and 56 seconds, it's a wild world of a musical bridge. There's almost like an Indian flavor, and then by 4 minutes and 8 seconds, the singing comes back around to kind of a big sweeping album closer. Satch is playing the blues a little bit here, and he gets, kind of a long in the tooth. This is the longest song of the album. It's really, he starts ripping here.
I like how you described it, epic.
Yeah.
It is epic.
Yeah.
It's Beatlesque in a way to me.
Yeah, goes on a journey.
In that there's different parts of the song.
Right.
Like you can almost break it up into segments.
Right.
The way Paul McCartney used to do on later Beatle albums and during his solo career. And then the whole Future in the Past title. That almost sounds like something Ringo would come up with 8 days a week.
Sure.
Future, Future in the Past.
Right.
But well put together.
Yeah.
Well played. Sam actually put some effort into the lyrics. Great way to end the album. Epic song to end the album. Great choice to end the album with. Ends on a high note. Good song. One of the better songs on the album.
Yeah.
And I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. And it just showed you what they were capable of as a band when they wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying the rest of the album is crap, but, like we said, there are definitely some songs that are better than others. And this one is definitely one of the better ones.
Yeah.
One of the top three, in my opinion, on the album.
Oh, sure. And it just shows that this band could have really done something. I mean, I think, first of all, their albums could have been named better. They could have had a better name for the band. Now, there's a deluxe version of this album, which I suggest everybody get if they can. It's also on Spotify, and it's available on iTunes, where you get a bonus track, Bitten by the Wolf. This is sort of an interesting character song. It's a southern feel, very bluesy. They played it in concert, believe it or not. Acoustic, guitar, harmonica. There's a vocal effect on there. Very different style from the rest of the album. Sort of a very loose and jangly ZZ Top meets Little Feat kind of thing. By 3 minutes and 10 seconds in, the band kicks in for a full jam.
I like it. I like the blues feel they got going there.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I like, it's like one of those bonus songs that you're like, how come they didn't put this on the album? But I can see why, because it really doesn't fit in.
Doesn't fit, no. But you know what?
It doesn't fit. But I like what they did with it. It really is well done.
Would you swap it out with Learning to Fall?
Oh, well, I would, yes.
Yeah, swap it out.
Yeah, no, I would.
Yeah.
I would, absolutely, yeah.
And then if you get the deluxe version, what's sort of surprising is you get 4 live tracks from the second album. So
right, yeah, that's right.
That is
yeah,
the
what's up with that?
strangest thing ever. And,
right?
And the funny thing is that this is so odd. So then if you buy the best of, okay, believe it or not, there are 2 albums they put out a best of. It's
right.
A best of / live album. None of these live tracks, are on there. It's sort of weird. So it's actually worth getting because if you take these 4 tracks and put them with the rest of the live tracks, it makes like a nice long live album. I suggest getting the deluxe version because you get the bonus track and the 4 extra live songs. It's pretty damn cool. So that's definitely worth doing. You get Lighten Up, Bigfoot, Last Temptation, Something's Gone Wrong from the Chickenfoot 3 album. Now
so that must be Kenny Aronoff on drums if they're the live versions, right?
Yeah, must be, yeah.
All right.
Chickenfoot, again, like I said before, I don't know, I have to get your opinion. It's a missed opportunity, in my opinion. I thought this band could have gone further, and I felt like Sammy sold out a little bit, and let me tell you why, and then we'll get your opinion. I really feel like Sammy felt like, well, I go out with the Circle, and I can play my catalog of hits with Van Halen's catalog of hits, and it sort of sells a nice package for the promoters. Like, it's a show that the promoters could sell easy. You know what I mean? Like, you get all the Van Halen hits with the Hagar hits, and you get a whole nice rock and roll, hit. As opposed to Chickenfoot, I almost felt like Sam was like, well, with Chickenfoot, I'm starting from scratch. You got to start the whole band up from the beginning again. And he's already, into his 60s at this point. And he's kind of like, do I really want to do that at this point? It's like, you almost get that feeling. It's like he did Chickenfoot because he wanted to do it, but it's like, do I really want to go all the way down this road? You know what I mean? You get that kind of feel if that's the case, because I always felt like if he really wanted it, he could have done it. Hell, I think he could have done the Circle and done Chickenfoot and kept it going on the side. And, what do you think?
He definitely had the bandwidth to do Chickenfoot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was so much a missed opportunity because, they took the opportunity. They made a decent album.
Right.
They did the tour.
Yeah.
Both did well.
Right.
So I don't know what opportunity he missed.
I meant going forward with the band, like making.
Oh well, going forward.
Yeah.
Well, yes, that's true. After the second album, I don't know. All it takes is some planning and saying, all right, listen, when do our schedules coincide?
Right.
Yeah, I realize it may not be from 9 months from now, but all right, Chad, when are you done with the Chili Peppers? When are you going to have some time to tour? And we'll work backwards from there.
Right.
They totally could have done it.
Right.
If they wanted to. But I think you're right. I think the fact that they weren't playing any old stuff, that's the ultimate irony, is I don't think it was necessarily Sam saying I don't want to play any old stuff. I think for some reason I'm under the impression that was more Joe. I don't think Joe wanted to play Van Halen stuff in that band.
No. Of course not. Because first of all, the last thing Joe wants to do is start playing Eddie Van Halen parts. He's fucking Joe Satriani. He doesn't need.
No, I get that, but that would have been really something interesting to see and hear. Yeah. So I think you're right from the standpoint of that. So Sam's itching to do some other older stuff, which is the ultimate haha irony funny, right back at you. What goes around comes around.
Right.
Because when he was in Van Halen, he wouldn't do that.
Right.
He wouldn't do any Dave stuff.
Right.
And so now he's kind of getting a taste of his own medicine. So
that's right.
Right? So how does that feel, Sam?
How does that feel?
But anyway, so yeah, they could have went on, but again, Chickenfoot 3 did not take off the way they wanted it to.
No, yeah.
And so I don't know how much opportunity there was after that. If the new album isn't selling and you're not playing any other stuff from anybody else's prior catalog, then you really don't have much of a selling point. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
You could just do it for the love of the music, and that's fine. But if that's not why you want to do it, and that's probably why they only get together sporadically these days, and I think they've released one new song since the second album.
Right.
I mean, they've released a live album.